Sashi Puki Yukshin Metokram Rirab Linchi Niende Giempadi Sangi Shinla Mikte Ulwargi Drokum Namdak ay no Mandak Shinla Chuparchok Idam Guru Radna Mandala Kam Nijata Yami Sange Chodan Sotki Choknam La Yanchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsushi Daki Chunyengi Pe Sunamki Drola Pencher Sange Druparcho Sange Chodan Sotki Choknam La Yanchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsushi Daki Chunyengi Pe Sunamki Drola Pencher Sange Druparcho Sange Chudan Sotki Choknam La Yanchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsushi Daki Chunyengi Pe Sunamki Drola Penchir Sange Druparcho.
Yay. Okay, now we do the quiz. I did it today. It's amazing. It's pure Master Shanti Deva. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Good luck, everyone. Do you need more time?
I'm good.
Okay. Kelly's good. ¿Necesitas más tiempo o no? ¿Berta? ¿Lista? Okay. Okay. Ria's ready. Don is ready. Okay. Good. All right. Here we go. Class 3. Another Friday night in paradise. Homework. Answer key. Yes. Okay. All right. Any questions about the quiz or anything? Nada? No. All right. Okay. Question 1. Explain why good and bad deeds are like an illusion and yet still function perfectly well. Who can explain that without even having to look? Aldo, you explain it. You know everything. Is he there? Or is he partying? It's too loud? There are projections. Thanks, Aldo. You're right. If I was just gonna write it, Yinghui.
Hi, teacher.
Hi. Yeah, I figured, I remembered it was too loud, Aldo, no problem. Ni shang bu shang, explain.
Explain is 解释。
解释? 解释.
解释。
Oh, 解释. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you want to explain to us why are things like an illusion?
Me?
Why are things like an illusion? Yinghui?
Why can or cannot?
Why is everything like an illusion? Good and bad deeds, why are they like an illusion? Explain.
Because just like Aldo said, it's like our own projections. Right?
What does that mean? So if I went to Singapore and walked in front of a taxi cab, it wouldn't hurt me because it was just an illusion?
But you won't walk in front of the taxis, right? I mean,
explain the answer.
Explain how to explain. Wait, so give what you want, no? I mean, right.
Okay, you're not explaining anything. I'm gonna ask somebody else. Or then I'm gonna explain if someone else can't do it. Okay, Kelly McGee, this is your time to shine. Save Yinghui.
Thank you, Wonder Woman.
Why are they like an illusion?
Why are good and bad deeds like an illusion?
I was thinking for this question that it was more about that the workings of karma were like really subtle and hidden versus the projection piece.
That's definitely true. They're subtle and hidden. Does that make them like an illusion though?
That's how I read it. But if it's about them being a projection, explain why they're an illusion that they still work. It's exactly because they're an illusion that they still work.
That's true. So what's an illusion? Just tell me that. Tell me what an illusion is.
Something that looks one way but is another way.
Okay, so what does that have to do with projections, karma, and etc.?
We think they're inherently good or bad from their own side, the deed we're doing, but they're really empty.
That's true. Okay. Let's see what Master Shantideva says. They work just as well as we thought they did before we found out they were illusory. They're like an illusion because the person doing them, the deed itself, and the object of the deed all exist only in our projections. They function perfectly well, though they function very well to produce the bodies of a Buddha. Oh, they function perfectly well though okay, I get it now. They function perfectly well though to produce the bodies of a Buddha. Yes. What is this? The person doing them, the deed itself, and the object of the deed. What is that? 2 words.
The spheres.
What's that?
3 spheres.
Yes. What does the 3 spheres mean, Kelly McGee?
That, using the act of giving as an example, the person doing the giving, the person receiving the gift, and the gift itself or the act of giving are all empty of a nature.
And how does that help us?
It means we don't think that action inherently in itself results in something good.
It means that whatever the act is and what it seems like, it can still be something completely different depending on our karma.
Yeah.
And it's only the karma that dictates that. Okay, good. I'm glad I asked you guys. Okay, number 2. Name the 2 forms in which a person can possess a mental affliction. Oh, this is a good one. What are the 2 forms? Okay, there's 2. Think about it. There's the mental affliction you're having right now, boredom, annoyance, doubt in my abilities. Those are all mental afflictions, right? And there's the mental afflictions you will be having soon. Frustration that the class isn't over yet, anger at my jokes, like that. So there's 2 kinds of mental afflictions, the ones you're having now and the ones that you're gonna have. They're latent, right? All right. They can be manifest or they can exist as a potential waiting to happen. Ninkurwa, the ones that you can see right now. Paklanelwa, the ones, this potentials in your mind that are asleep, is what it says literally. Okay. Relate the 6-step process described in my Che, which links the failure to perceive emptiness to be suffering, to the suffering we must go through. Who knows the 6 steps of Maitreya? Come on.
I do.
Oh.
We are born with seeds to see things self-existently.
Boom. Yep.
And then there are 3 steps that to me always seem quite nuanced, that we start to notice things and then we start to sort of have opinions about them. And then we start to sort of want things or not want things. and then or we start to see things as self-existently, like that we want them or don't want them, and then we're willing to hurt people to get something or not get something, and then it just spins to the next cycle again.
Yeah, it's basically it. Basically, we have a seed to grasping self-existently, and therefore we then get the tendency to grasp the thing self-existently, which gives rise to the tendency to like and dislike things, and then we begin to like and dislike things, and then we act on that like and dislike, and then the cycle spins. Right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What is this a shortened alternative to?
The Wheel of Life.
Yay! Good. Which has how many steps?
12.
Ooh. Can you name those?
No.
Oh, come on. Step 1 is you see yourself and the stuff you have as ignorant. Step 2 is that you plant karmas. Step 3 is that you're a consciousness in the womb. Step 4 is that you take on a name, you have a name and a form. Step 5 is that you have sense powers. Step 6 is that you can contact things in your world via those powers. Step 7 is you get feelings. Step 8 is you start to get initial desire towards things. Step 9 is you get stronger desire. Step 10 is that those karmas ripen. Step 11 is that you're reborn, and step 12 is that you age and die. So the 6, so number 1 of the 6 is encapsulated by step 1 in the 12. And number 6 in the 6 is encapsulated by steps 10, 11, and 12. And then number 2 in the 6 is the same as 2 in the 12. Number 3 would be number 8. Number 4 is number 9. And number 5 is steps 3 through 7. Woo! I never did that before. Okay, I think I'm right. Correct me if you want. Okay, A, one possesses the mental potential for the 2 forms of grasping to self-existence from one's form of life. Yeah, that's not good. 2, these ripen and cause you to have 2 kinds of self-grasping to self-existence. What are those 2 kinds of self-grasping, by the way?
Naming things me and mine. Is that?
No, I think we had it in. Sorry, I've done like 3 finals and 15 homeworks in like 2 weeks, so I don't know, but we've had it. I mean, I had it recently. It's the innate form of self-grasping and the intellectual form of self-grasping.
Oh.
I think it was on the course 12 final, actually. When do you get rid of the intellectual form of grasping to self-existent objects?
Direct perception of emptiness. You have to get all the way there.
Aldo's answer is slightly more precise. He said the path of seeing.
Like during that phase.
Yeah, because the path of seeing is 2 parts. It has the direct perception and it has the subsequent wisdom. right? So, I mean, during the direct perception, you don't have that, but you don't have any other perception either. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you would say that during subsequent wisdom is where it would take hold, right? So, I mean, you meant that. Okay. And then,
The intellectual part is not until then.
yeah. Then when do you lose the innate form of grasping the things?
When you're actually enlightened.
Nope. A little bit before that.
Oh, Aldo knows.
The eighth bhumi. Wow. Very good, Aldo. That is correct. Eighth Bodhisattva bhumi. You guys don't know what the eighth bhumi is called? I don't know. They all have really cool names. Yinghui is like, no, I don't want to know. Oh,
I want to know. I said I don't know what is
yeah, I
actually.
figured it out. You're like, no, I don't care. Someone has to tell me how to say the number 8 in Tibetan. Leah, how do you say 8? I can't hear what she's saying. I'm gonna say she said the right answer and she said Gepa.
I wish I could take it word, but I didn't get it. I didn't get the right one, but I'll get it next time.
Okay, no problem. Now I gotta remember how to say. Is it Gepa? Gepesa? It might be Gepesa. There it is. Look at that. No, is there how many of them? Hold on. Oh, there's 13. Gepesa. Is it Jiangchu Gepesa? I don't know. Ooh, there's Milarepa's biography. That's suspicious. Oh, I should just do this. Hold on. I know what the first one's called. Raptu Gawa. Boom. Oh, here's all 10 of them. Jiangchu Senpei Sachu. The 10 levels of the Bodhisattva. So the second to last one is called Miyoa. It means unshakable. You can never move from, probably because you can't move from thinking of things as self-existent anymore. And then your Lekpa Lodru, your mind is awesome. Your intellect is perfect. And then Chukitrin, very famous. Dharma Mega, Dharma Cloud. Master Patanjali talks about it in the 4th chapter of the Yoga Sutra as well. But I still want to know. Hold on. Oh, I know what I'll do. Sorry, guys. This is what I do every day. Miyoa. Oh, that's not what I should do. Wait. Okay. Here it is. Oh, I think I would have to know the name. Anyway, they say Jiangchu Senpei Sa Chui Gepa, the eighth of the 10 levels of the Bodhisattva. Yay, now I know. I'll probably forget anyway. Okay, I know you guys don't care, but I gotta stay awake. Okay, so you get rid of it on the 8th level. So B, these ripen and cause you to have 2 kinds of self-grasping and self-existence. That's what I already said for my huge tangent. C, these cause you to focus on nice things and ugly things as if they existed from their own side. So I guess this could be the 8th link. Yeah, this might be the 8th link, the focusing. What did I say? I said 1, 2. I said something like that. I forget though. This causes ignorant liking and ignorant disliking to start. Huh. I don't know. You could argue about which ones are which. That could be a fun argument. These cause you to do bad deeds and collect karma. I see. And then karma force you to wander around in the circle of suffering. I mean, describe what wandering around in the circle of suffering really means. What does that mean?
Living.
Yeah, living like what?
Living in ignorance. You know, going after the next check, the next relationship, whatever seems like bigger, better, or next.
Yeah, or trying to get out of horrible pain, right?
Yeah.
Without knowing how. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that was fun. 4, how does Master Shantideva answer the concern that meditating upon emptiness might feel a little scary? I've heard people say this. And actually, the person I heard say this, I must be honest, I've felt scared about it too. I don't know why. But anyway, the person I heard say this to me, they said very famous words. They said, I don't know, it's scary. I mean, everything being black, everything being dark. Why is that completely wrong? And it should be thrown out like so much garbage. I mean, I love this person, but the view.
It's not something positive. Emptiness is not something positive. It's the absence of the self-existent thing.
Exactly. So what does emptiness have to do with darkness or black?
Not much.
No, nothing. Not this sort of emptiness. Not the emptiness we're talking about. It has nothing to do with that. This emptiness is, while in meditation, you realize that you thought there was a 2-headed 30 two-headed purple elephant rampaging through your room every day of your life, every day, everywhere you went, and that thing never existed.
I'm about to lose reception, so I'll pick you up again in about 30 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, bye, Leah. We love you.
Thanks. Love you guys.
I mean, do you ever like realize something like, I don't know, like your dad's an alcoholic or something? You're like, oh my God, it all makes sense now. Ever notice anything like that in your life? Or like you find out your boyfriend's been cheating on you or something, you're like, whoa, oh, now I get it. The long days at work, never texting me back, hiding his phone. You know, you just start putting things together, right? Okay, now imagine that times 1,000,000,000, times every thought you've ever had in your whole entire life. That's what seeing emptiness directly must be like. Except it's good. It's like you finally realize, oh my God, I had $1 billion in gold bullion in my basement this whole time. Yeah, it's like that. And then you think back of, and I was poor this whole time, and I was sitting on $1 trillion. That's really sad. And then you realize everyone has that in their basement. And then that's extremely sad. You understand? And then you go around trying to share a map with them for the rest of your life to the gold. Let's see, Master Shanideva. He points out that the tendency to see things as self-existent is the cause of all suffering in the world. And so if we are going to be frightened, we should be frightened at it. Yeah. The wisdom which realizes emptiness, on the other hand, is the cause of ending all pain in the world, and thus all fear in the world. And so we must meditate upon it. What is this an example of? People being afraid of the thing that's going to set them free and in love with the thing that hurts them. What's that example of?
Ignorant liking or like grasping.
Yes, I'm looking for something more specific. There's a thing in the chat. Maybe Aldo said it. Yeah, wrong view. But what kind of wrong view? It's very famous. Come on. Very famous. It's like my favorite thing. Come on. You guys don't remember? I explained it. Say chin.
In.
Chi. Chi. Lok.
Lok.
Shi.
She.
Chin chi lok shi.
Chi. Lok. She.
Okay, these are the very four famous backwards things of ways of thinking about things. All right, they're also the four aspects of the first noble truth according to the Abhidharma school. But that's a whole other thing. All right, they're thinking that things that aren't pure are pure. Right? They're thinking that things that don't have a self do have a self. They're thinking that things that are suffering are actually bliss. They're thinking things that are changing are in fact. Did I do that right? Yeah. Mitak. Yeah. Things that change are in fact permanent. Or unchanging. Anyway, it's like this. You think good food, organic food is going to no, I gotta something else. You think that all you need to be happy is, well, there's a lot of examples. I'm gonna use sex because it's the easiest one. Good sex is gonna save you, okay? If only I got some good sex. And then it just gives you more problems, trust me. A lot more problems, okay? That's why I just hide in my room now. Okay. And you think the person you had sex with is annoying from their own side. Okay? But really, Dakme, they don't have a self. And you think you're suffering with that. And you think the good time you had was a good time, but it just was suffering waiting to happen. And you think that good time would last forever, but you just end up breaking up or dying. Those are your options, by the way. Here are your options: enlightenment, death, breakup. That's how every relationship in your life's going to end. I'm sorry.
Chin Chi Lok refers to all of those things?
Yeah, Chin Chi Lok, the backwards, ass backwards.
Okay.
And there's four of them. It's Chin Chi Lok Shi. Shi means four.
Okay.
Yeah, it's famous. They all hang together. The four ass backwards is, I think it's cool. I think about that pretty often because I see it all the time. People are like, "Oh my God, this food's gonna save me. Oh my God, this organic cannabinoid maca." You know, I'm an herbalist. Okay, no herb gonna save your life. If herbs are gonna save your life and make you immortal, there'd be like billions of immortal Chinese people running around because Chinese people mastered herbalism like 1,000 years ago. Okay. It's like perfect. So you gotta think it out a little bit, people. These are real examples, by the way. Okay, number 5. Name and define the 2 forms of the tendency to grasp as existing in truth. Oh my God, it isn't here. This was the thing that I was thinking. What's the thing? It shows you how much I studied for class. Okay, A. The learned form. Learned. See, you know English has polyphones. Does anyone else notice that? This can be pronounced 2 different ways based on the context. Learned and learned. Live and live. It's annoying. Anyway, it's not like Spanish. Spanish is perfect as far as pronunciation. So explain what the learn form of grasping, tendency to grasp to things is. Kelly McGee.
Believing that they come from their own side, that they will help
Based on what?
a misunderstanding.
Based on, how did you get that misunderstanding?
My karma, my past actions.
Yeah, that's the answer to everything. But what did your karma, your past actions look like in this case? That you,
Like what types of things?
yeah, how did you learn?
How did I learn that? By Are you thinking of one of the specific, two consequences thing?
No, it's very specific. It's just people taught you, like your parents and your teachers.
Yeah, culture, it's how the world works.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it means. The learned form of the tendency to grasp things exists in truth, as existing in truth. A tendency to believe that things have their own nature, which depends primarily upon the mind being affected by specific philosophical beliefs. And you're gonna say, my mom didn't teach me specific philosophical beliefs. Oh yeah, she did. A lot of them. And you're not even aware of most of them, but all those opinions you have that you actually have no foundation for in your mind, like certain things are good, certain things are bad, you know. Racism, this is how racism happens, okay? And sexism and homophobia and all the rest of forms of hate. But then on a deeper level, yeah, like yeah, just saying something like, I don't know, I experienced this thing. For some reason I really like the cold. I like when it's cold outside. Like this temperature now, it's amazing for me. The air, and I don't know, it's great. I experience this thing if I hang out with people and they're like, "Oh my God, it's so cold. Like this is horrible. This is horrible," you know? And it's just like, and I've noticed in my experience, it's very difficult for people who are, let's say, cold, to believe that someone else could be fine. And I'm like, I'm fine. I mean, I dress properly. I'm not like those dudes in shorts out there in their Birkenstocks and when it snows out. I'm not like that, but I don't mind the cold. I like it. So, but if someone says something like that, they're basically espousing a view of self-existence to the weather, for instance. But everything else is like that, you know. You can think of other examples. Okay, and then the innate form. What's the innate form? Oh, I'm yawning. Excuse me.
What we're born with?
Yeah. Where did we just talk about this innate form?
At the end of the 6 steps.
And the beginning of the 6 steps, but it's a cycle, so it should be at both ends, right? One possesses the mental potential for 2 forms, so both of them. But the 6th step is just all the bad stuff happens to you. But anyway, yes, from the 6 steps. Okay, good. Oh, look, all the questions already asked. At what point does a person on the Mahayana track eliminate each one of these? Why do we have to say on the Mahayana track? What happens on the Hinayana track? Aldo says only nirvana. So what? What does that mean? Come on. I'll wait.
El Mahayana es cuando te puedes iluminar.
Yes. Mahayana, yeah, is how you get enlightened. True. Okay, Aldo, you're right too. Aldo wrote in the chat, just the freedom of mental afflictions for oneself, no bodhicitta. Totally, but what does bodhicitta have to do with the innate form and or the 2 forms? I'm gonna wait. You guys are gonna figure this out. Come on.
Well, the way you would get rid of them would be a little different if you were applying like bodhicitta to your
Uh-oh, you got a problem.
reality, like by helping other people.
So you're saying that there's a different way to see emptiness directly on the lower tracks?
No.
Oh, so you see the same emptiness on any track?
You could.
You could. First of all, you just said no to there's nothing different, so you have to say yes to it's the same emptiness.
Yeah. You don't have to have the direct perception of emptiness with bodhicitta on the Mahayana track, right? Ultimately, you do, but don't they not have to have it together?
You don't. But enough talky. You had your chance to talk and you lost it. Now you're getting debate. So you're going to answer the question: is there a difference between the emptiness you see?
No.
Okay, so you see the same emptiness.
Yes.
So a listener and a self-made Buddhist sees the same emptiness as someone on the Bodhisattva track.
I think so.
Yes or no? Just pick one. We're just debating. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Yes happens to be the correct answer, by the way. Yes. So therefore, when you get rid of the learned form of grasping to self during the path of seeing, all those lower track people also get rid of that. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So what would be the difference between the Mahayana and the Hinayana in terms of the 2 graspings and when you get rid of them?
Nothing.
No, not nothing. Oh, so okay, now I'm gonna do a prasangika. You ready for a prasangika?
Yeah.
So I guess all arhats are bodhisattvas.
No.
Yeah. So so therefore the difference is
If you have the direct perception of emptiness with bodhicitta?
No, you have to be bodhisattva to reach the 8th bodhisattva bhumi to get rid of the innate form. But you don't have to be a bodhisattva to get rid of the learned form, because you only have to see emptiness directly for that. And you
So,
don't.
so people in the lower paths don't get rid of the innate form?
Exactly.
Interesting. Why?
Because they never reach a level high enough, because they stop at nirvana.
Hmm.
And without bodhicitta, you can't go past nirvana. Which is why we study bodhicitta, so we can go past nirvana and become Buddhas. And one of the things that happens to you before you become a Buddha is you get rid of the innate form of self-grasping. Got it?
So they still have the innate form, which is what means their experience is different. How? It's that's what's keeping them.
What? Your experience is different. How?
Like, I'm just trying to play out when we say that nirvana is the getting rid of all mental afflictions, but now we're saying you still have an innate form of grasping.
Yeah, because that's a she drip, not a nun drip.
I don't know what that is.
Well, then, that's the problem. You can feel no pain that someone's cutting off your hand and still not know everything in the universe, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, nirvana is just a cessation of mental afflictions. It's not knowing everything.
Okay.
So you can reach nirvana without being omniscient. So you can be an arhat without being a Buddha.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be an arhat without being a bodhisattva.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you can be an arhat without reaching the 8th bhumi. And without getting rid of the innate form of self-grasping. Got it?
Yeah.
Yay! That's the debate. The learned form is eliminated during the path of seeing. That is, although one still sees things as self-existent after coming down from the direct perception of emptiness, one no longer believes that they are. One knows that one is not seeing things correctly, right? And then during the 8th bodhisattva level, sagepa, one eliminates the manifest form of the innate form. Okay? And tell me how, when you get to the 8th bodhisattva bhumi, tell me how it is. Okay, 7. Name 3 wrong ideas we might have about ourselves as classified as learned tendencies to see things as truly existing. All right, ready for this? This is very important. You have this all day. The tendency to see the person and his parts as being like a master and his servants. This would correspond to the idea of a soul or a me, which is totally distinct from the parts of the person. Okay, Kalamigi, I'm debating you again. Ready? Ready? You love these debates, don't you?
Yes.
You're gonna be a little debate master. I'm
going to start thinking of it as the 3 spheres of debating, so I can.
What? Oh yeah. Do you control your arm, Kelly McGee?
Yes.
You can. I love it. Either way, you're done for. Okay, you're already done. So you control your arm.
Yes.
You have complete control of your arm.
Yes.
So no human ever got paralyzed in their life.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
That was the Prasangika. So no human ever got paralyzed?
No, humans do get paralyzed, so you must not always have control of your arm.
Yeah, of course. That's what I said. Yeah. So do you control your arm?
No,
Okay. So you don't have control of your arm.
no.
So you didn't just scratch your nose.
Yes, I did.
And someone else scratched your nose? Someone else made your arm move?
No, I had control of my arm for that moment.
So you do have control of your arm.
Yes, just not always.
Okay, see, this is perfect. So you said no for you said yes first, and then you said no, and now you're saying sometimes yes, sometimes no, right?
Exactly.
And this is exactly what happens in the debate books. They're like, yeah, yeah, and the guy wrecks them, and they're like, well, no, no, and the guy wrecks them. He's like, well, maybe, maybe, and the guy beats that in the next debate. So sometimes you have control of your arm, but sometimes you don't.
Yes.
Okay, so you're telling me that sometimes you always have control of your arm, although sometimes you don't, even though you always have control of your arm.
Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't.
But a control means that you control it.
Hmm.
Fleisch, the Fleisch. Fleischmann's. This was the name of a yeast. So there was a company that was actually got very wealthy.
I'm pretty sure Leah wasn't talking to us.
I really hoping she was giving me the answer.
Yeah, I was thinking she might be, and then you weren't. So do you control you're saying you sometimes control your arm, which means that you always control your arm, because if you didn't control your arm always, you couldn't sometimes control it, because control means that you're
Right.
always in control, right? So do you control your arm or not, Kelly McGee?
No, I don't.
But you scratched your nose. I'm confused.
I mean, if I want to get really, you had the karma that projected for you that I scratched my nose with my arm.
Yeah. And what karma did you have?
I had the same karma that I
Yeah.
scratched my nose with my arm
So any control of your arm is
based on my projections, which are forced on me by my karma.
exactly. You don't have any self-existent control of your arm. Right? Yay, that's the thing. That's always the thing, by the way. That's always the punchline. If you just say seeds, okay, you win. B, good debate. B, the tendency to hold that our ultimate reality lies in objectively real, partless atoms, which would correspond to the materialist view of modern science, or explaining the fine points of perception as being chemically based. Okay, this control one, this is mainly the view of the second school of Buddhism called the Sutrists, or the logic school. Okay? This view is mainly the view of the Abhidharmists, or the detailists, which is a branch of people who study the Abhidharma. Jejak Mawa. Okay, so you want more, Kelly McGee, or should I ask somebody else?
I can keep going.
It's Friday. Let's have some fun. Okay, do you know what the word atom means? I know Aldo does. I paid him money because he knew.
I don't think I know.
Aldo, don't write it. Don't look at the chat. He probably wrote it. A means not, and tum means to split. So atom means partless. Can't be split up.
Okay.
Understand?
Yep.
Okay, that's the whole point. Forget who came up with that. I read the history. It's been a while. Okay, anyway. So, And nowadays we wouldn't say atoms, we would say quarks instead or something, right? Because we know there's stuff smaller than atoms, but whatever it is, but they're always looking for the thing smaller, right?
Yeah.
Because what are they looking for?
The like smallest thing you could get to.
Right, the most fundamental.
Yeah.
Right, that's the whole point. That's why this view corresponds with modern science. But there's a problem. Yeah, Aldo said boson Higgs. Exactly. All that stuff, right? The subatomic particles and stuff. And they have like these funny names that I forget. I should read a list sometime, memorize it. Okay, anyway. So Kelly McGee.
Yeah.
We'll just say atoms, but we mean the smallest thing, okay? Just atom is easier, right? Because we could say quark, but we'll just say atom. So are things made of atoms? Wait, no, hold on. Are there elements like on the periodic table? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Are those defined by their atomic configuration?
Yes.
Yeah. So the difference between hydrogen and helium is like 1 proton or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you add a proton to hydrogen, then you can blow up balloons. Meaning it's something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the fundamental thing. Atoms. Right?
That's the difference between those two elements.
But they fundamentally depend on their atomic structure, correct?
By definition, one is, their atomic structure is different.
Yeah, so what makes helium helium and what makes hydrogen hydrogen is based upon their atomic structure, yes or no?
Yeah.
Ah! I got you again.
I know where this is going.
Okay, how about this? I bet you don't know where it's going. You ready?
Yeah. I know where it's going, but I don't know how to get myself out of it.
Yeah, it's always seeds. I mean, it's always But the thing is, your mind, even though you know it's always seeds, you still have these ideas in your head.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't, you would not get mad at, I don't even know if you have a boyfriend. I always joke around that you wouldn't get mad at whoever, right? Correct?
Correct. My mom, that's a good example.
Okay, we'll say your mom. So, and what would we call that?
What would we call?
If you couldn't get mad.
I couldn't get mad. I would not have done anything that would make me get mad in the past.
Nirvana.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what nirvana means. Nir, cannot. Comes in English as the word nor, nil, not, no, never, neither. Those negation words. Vana. The wind never moves. You never get disturbed. It's gone. Blown out. It's ended. Cessated. Ceased. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it means. But if you do get mad at all, you still have the tendency to grasp to the self of an object, correct?
Yeah.
Because when your mom is annoying to you, you're like, what's her problem, correct? Meaning she has a problem in her that is somehow cannot be disconnected from her.
Right.
And then you have to be under the influence of that because of her problem.
Right.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so back to atoms. So So the difference between hydrogen and helium is a proton or something, right?
Mhm.
I guess an electron too, because we don't got the electron. Sorry, my chemistry. I guess helium should have two protons and two electrons. How many neutrons? One or two? Ugh, neutrons are neutral. Okay, anyway. Okay, so the reason that helium can blow up a balloon and hydrogen just explodes when you put it in balloons like a Zeppelin is because of that atom, right? That proton, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you're telling me that you've experienced heartless atoms.
Like atoms that can't be made smaller.
No, you're saying to me, by agreeing to that, you're saying that atoms have no parts. Yes or no?
I'm not following.
I know you're not following. That's the whole point. Do atoms have parts? Yes or no?
Yes.
So do they have a front side and a back side?
Yes.
Okay. So which means, has anyone ever experienced the full geometric structure of hydrogen or helium?
You mean been able to perceive it all at once?
Perceive it at all? Because this is the thing, because of the innate form of self-grasping in your mind, when you say it, you're actually talking about never having seen a thing, but taking it as a thing, but it's so ingrained, your it is in fact the thing that could never exist, which means by saying it, you saying I believe in the Gakja. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So when I say it, I meant exactly what I just said. No one has ever experienced the full geometric structure of helium or hydrogen, correct? Yes or no?
Correct. It's impossible.
Yeah, but without that full geometric structure, can you have helium or hydrogen?
No.
Based on our definition that it depends on its atomic configuration.
No.
No, it's impossible. So there's no partless atoms. Next, C. The tendency to hold that our ultimate reality lies in moments of consciousness which are objectively real and partless. Oh, this one's great. This would correspond to our sense of a self beyond our parts. Okay, you ready for this? If your brain doesn't hurt, this is gonna hurt. I'm
No,
sorry.
this is one I actually want to talk about because I don't know what it's supposed to mean.
Here we go. I'm gonna talk about it. It's one of my favorite things to talk about. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, well, who said it best in one sentence? Who explained this in one sentence? In like 5 words, they encapsulated all the Buddhist teachings on emptiness. And what did he say? Four words. Things do not start. Have you heard that before? Who said that? Aldo, don't write it.
Nagarjuna, probably.
Yeah, Arya Nagarjuna.
Arya Nagarjuna.
There's a reason we call him Arya Nagarjuna because
That's important.
that's very important, especially in this case. Okay. Here we go. Kelly McGee. Do things start?
Yes.
So you're saying things start.
Yes.
So you're saying things are happening right now.
Yes.
You're saying the sound of my voice is happening right now.
Yes.
You're saying this class is happening.
Yes.
So you're telling me the Buddha was completely wrong and nothing ever said was right.
I don't know the connection between that and the last thing you said.
Didn't the Buddha say that everything is empty of any self-existence in nature of
That doesn't mean it can't start.
So you're saying things do start?
Yeah, things are changing.
You went there in the debate in the Mahayana. Fine, okay. Things are changing?
Yes.
Okay, show me.
You just slapped your hands a moment ago and now they're not anymore.
So, okay, here we go. So I slap my hands?
Yes.
Okay, so you're saying me slapping my hands represents a thing that started and stopped and therefore changed.
Yes.
Okay. When did that happen?
I don't know, like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, so that happened and it had a duration of time. Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, so for things to start and stop, there has to be a duration of.
Yeah, there has to be like a moment to moment.
Oh, I like how you said that. Moment to moment. Oh, yeah, that's true. Moment to moment. Okay, Kelly McGee. So things happen moment to moment?
Things change moment to moment.
Do things happen moment to moment? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I should have been a lawyer. I would be like destroying. I thought about it for a little while. So things happen moment to moment, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. So do these moments have a length of time, Kelly McGee?
Yes.
Oh, so the moments also have a length.
Yes.
Oh, so each moment has its own length?
Yes.
Okay, so now you lost the debate.
I think I lost a while ago, but
You have to pick one. If you say moment to moment, you can't say they have a duration. It's impossible. Okay, so Karwat, you ready? So you said each moment has a duration.
mm-hmm.
So if every single moment has a duration as a moment, how does it connect to the next moment?
I don't know.
Because there's two options. You have moments that go like this, one moment, one moment, one moment, one moment.
Mm-hmm.
But if that moment is a moment that's isolated, then it cannot connect, right? And if the moment has duration, then that moment is always happening and cannot therefore connect to the next moment that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
I think so.
So that means that reality cannot rely on moments of consciousness. Right?
Yeah.
So what does reality so does that mean that nothing is happening?
No.
What does it mean?
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
It means that the way things are happening aren't the way that things seem to be happening aren't the way they actually happen. Yes, things seem to change, but because it's karma's coming out of seeds one by one, not because they are self-existently changing or they're self-existing any time or duration to things.
Is it the same thing as saying not because one moment is causing the next moment, but because each individual moment, I guess you can't even say individual moment. That's not a thing.
You can say those things, but you have to say it's not happening self-existently. That's the thing. It seeds. That's the answer. It seeds. I told you that was the answer to everything. I wasn't joking. Okay, number 8. No Buddhist school agrees that there is a person which is distinct from the physical and mental parts of a person. But the middle way says that we are further neither any single one of our parts nor the whole of the parts. It's easy to see that we are not any one of our parts, such as an arm or a leg. But why is it the case that we are not the sum of all our various parts? Okay, I'm going to pick on Ying Hui. You ready, Ying Hui?
Okay, I hope I can answer. Yeah.
We did this last class, didn't we, Kelly McGee? Ying Hui wasn't here. She was
I'm have meeting as well. Yeah. Okay, continue.
Yo, you say ni yo hui.
会议
Hui yi. Ying Hui. Yo Ying Hui. Yi Hui. Yi Hui yi.
有
Sorry.
会议 Okay.
That's a different Hui, I think, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you have 4 choices. You ready, Ying Hui?
Okay.
Are you made of parts? Are you not made of parts? Are you made of both not your parts and your parts? Are you made of neither your parts and your parts? Pick one.
I'm made of from my parts.
So you're saying you're made from your parts? Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you repeat again? Okay. Never mind.
You want me to repeat?
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Are you not your parts? Are you your parts? Are you both your parts and not your parts? Are you neither your parts nor your... Are you neither your parts nor not your parts?
I'm not my part.
You're not your parts?
Okay. Yeah. I'm not my part.
So you don't have hair.
I do.
You just said you're not your parts. Are you your... So do you have hair or not? I did this to Kelly McGee last night. I should make her do it to you. So do you have hair or not?
Yes, I have.
So that means you are your parts. Okay, so if you are your parts, you can not be both your parts and not your parts. And if you are your part, you cannot be neither your parts or not your parts. So you have to be your parts, right?
Is it true?
We're getting there, Ying Hui. You just want me to hand you the answer?
Okay.
It's a debate. So you're saying, okay, but the middle way says you're not your parts either. So is the middle way saying your arm is not your arm?
Yeah.
So you think Arya Nagarjuna, the wisest person in history, except for like the Buddha or something, is saying Ying Hui doesn't have hair?
Yeah.
No, he's not saying that. You obviously have hair. It looks pretty nice hair too. No, that's not what he's saying. What is he saying?
What did he say? I'm lost.
Oh, Ying Hui, you gotta come to more class. Quit your job, okay? No, I'm joking. Don't quit your job. Keep your
you
job.
want to hire me?
Well, if you master emptiness, you won't need a job. Or some High Lama will say, you want to stay at home and learn Tibetan all day, we'll pay you, and you'll be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm working towards that. Yeah. Okay. Wait for me.
Okay, you will have less friends, but more money. Okay, Kelly McGee,
Yes.
Are you your parts? Yes or no? You're gonna take up. Sometimes you can debate two people at once. You know that? Yeah, you can. Yinghui, you unmute your mic too. Kelly McGee's gonna help you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Kelly Hui. Ying McGee. What? Okay, either one of you answer. Are you your parts? Come on.
Yes.
Answer.
Yes.
She already said that. Ying Hui said that. Kelly McGee, is she right? Yes or no? Come on, you're supposed to help her.
Yes, my Wonder Woman.
She did ask a friend. She did phone a friend, and now you're failing.
I don't know how to do it in the debate.
Yeah.
Just say yes or no. That's a debate. Are you your parts?
They both end up in dead ends.
No, they don't. I purposely dead end you.
We already did yes on my parts, right? So we'll do, but we did no on not my parts too.
We didn't know you're not parts. So are you your parts? You have to say yes. That's the whole point. Of
Yes.
course it's yes. Cars are made of carburetors and exhaust pipes and electric batteries. If you have a Tesla, you know, that's a car, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure? Really? Ah!
If I see it as that.
So ants go around driving cars. They're like, I got my new Model S.
No, I only see it as a car if I have the karma to see it as a car.
Yeah. So what's the part that has to be included to say that you're your parts?
The mental image of the car.
That's it. That's the answer. All right. Okay, Yinghui.
Hi.
How do you say? 你明白我Kelly 的回答吗？
需要消化。
I don't know what you said, but I'll take that as a yes.
Need to digest.
Okay, good. Cook it. The total sum of all the parts of a person is not the person until the image of the whole has been imposed upon these parts by the projections forced upon us by our past karma. I thought of a cool proof. I like it a lot, because think about it. When is the car a car? It's a problem. It's a big problem. How much do you need to change a car till you see it as a truck? See? Because you can always say, oh, half that amount, meaning you can change it and be like, obviously you see trucks or SUVs or something, right? But now they have these like things that are like in between. You're like, well, is it a car or a truck? Is it a car or SUV? What is it? It's an SUV. Someone's like, that's an SUV. Someone's like, it's a car. But why is it never definitive? What's the line? And if there is a line, if you say there's a line, you have to say that line has width, because a line has to have width for it to exist. And so if it has width, then it can be halved, meaning that distinction that you're calling the distinction could never be the true distinction, because that distinction could be a little less. And therefore, it's the same thing as the moments in time thing, actually. It's because the thing that you think is happening could never happen, because to happen, there has to be an infinitesimal amount of parts that could never actually interact such that anything would ever happen. Woo! That's the duration problem and the problem with distance. And Western philosophers understood this. Newton and Descartes and others understood. Okay, 9. Why does it, you don't have to be a Buddha to figure out emptiness, by the way. Yeah, like physicists figure it out. Philosophers figure it out all the time. Everyone kind of knows it, right? I mean, getting amazing text messages. Yay! From these classes, okay? I guess they're worth it. That was a Mayingak. Okay. What was I saying? I don't remember. What was I talking about? Distance, duration? I don't know.
Physicists figure out emptiness.
Oh yeah. Yeah, even you don't have to be a Buddha to understand emptiness. You do have to be a Buddha to understand causation, to truly say, to look at Kelly McGee and be like, oh, the reason she's in this class is because, you know, 3 lifetimes ago, she taught someone a drop of knowledge, and that grew into her coming to ACI. You know, I can't tell that. You know, I know because the Buddhists came, and that makes sense. I know things must have a cause. To say what the cause is exactly, I can't say. You have to be a Buddha for that part. Okay. 9. Why does the non-Buddhist opponent in the 9th chapter say that the person must be unchanging? This is referring to the 9th chapter of the Bodhisattva Charyavatara, which is what we're studying. I didn't mention that in the beginning of class. It's a chapter on wisdom. They say that if the person is something that begins and ends by the moment, then the person who committed the karma is gone by the moment after the deed. As such, there will be no one to experience the consequence of the karma. This is very famous. This is also discussed by Master Kamala Shila in his commentary to the Diamond Cutter Sutra, because it's a real problem. Because if people are truly coming from karma, then what is it that ties someone together from when they commit a deed? I mean, you could say it all at that point, right? Why, if things are changing completely, and which is the definition of change, how can I be wordsmith 2 minutes from now or 2 seconds from now if I'm changing completely? What ties me to be wordsmith to the fact that I'm wordsmith now? Later. And if it is the case that I couldn't be wordsmith now because I'm changing completely, and that's the definition of change, then how could I be the being who collects the karma for the being who did the karma, who I'm no longer that being? You get it? I'm talking really fast. How you doing, Paola? Do you understand? Kelly McGee, do you understand?
Yeah, but then what's the answer?
The answer is always the same. How many times do I have to tell you? What's the answer?
Is that you're grasping to you create a self based off of your karma.
Yeah, the karma that you create as being a thing that has a continuum. Because wait, how about this? Okay. We'll do it Socratic style. We won't do Tibetan here. Do all people see themselves in a continuum?
Yeah.
They do? No one ever had Alzheimer's?
Oh, sure.
Right. So it's possible to lose the ability to see yourself in a continuum, right?
Yeah.
Which means, yeah, I'll just say amnesia. Perfect example. Amnesia, Alzheimer's, other kinds of, mental states, right? Drunk enough, high enough, certain kinds of autism, I guess. I don't know. So therefore, it must be another kind of karma that links those things, right? Kelly McGee?
It must be another kind.
It must be another distinct karma for that linkage to happen between the person.
I see. Yeah.
Right? Okay. If it exists, it's coming from karma. So that's always the answer. Okay. 10. Give 3 parts. Huh?
So you have a karma to have a linked, what word did it use? Consciousness?
Yeah, continuum. I think you use continuum.
And then the person who becomes has amnesia loses that karma runs out.
They lose the karma to be able to cognize themselves as being themselves, or something of that nature, some level of that. I'm not saying they completely would not collect the deeds that they did when they had amnesia or something of that nature. I'm just saying that cognition is somehow impaired, and therefore it could be impaired further, or it must come from a karma to shift it all.
Do they plant new karmas?
Yeah, all kinds of new karmas. You don't watch soap operas? They get with the other girl who was mad at the first one. You know that they find all kinds of karmas. you never watched General Hospital? Okay, 10. Give 3 parts of the answer that Master Shantideva says in the reply to this position. Okay, Master Shantideva, who's far better at wisdom than I, gives 3 replies. He says that both the non-Buddhists and the Buddhists agree that the person who committed the deed is not the same as the person who experiences its karmic consequences. So the argument is meaningless. So everyone knows some people change, and therefore, yeah, they're not the same. Sorry. That's easy. It doesn't answer the question necessarily, but it's true. He points out that the only other choice is that the cause, the deed, and the result would have to exist at the same time, which is impossible, because that's the definition of an effect, right? Stare at me blankly and blink if you understand. Yay, you all get it. Okay. See, he says that this is perfectly appropriate to refer to the continuous stream of the one who performs the karma and the one who experiences its consequences as one person. Here's the as, meaning from karma, from karma, from karma. Because you experience yourself as one person, right? Just as like you experience the stick as a pen. And the dog experiences it as a chew toy. And when you break up with your boyfriend, you're like, oh my God, you're not even like the person I first, you're just a different person. You're not the same. Right? Or you think of yourself, I'm not the same person I was. I'm sorry, it's not gonna work out. I don't love you anymore. Not that it's ever happened to me. Okay, 11. What then is the real nature of the me? Here's your answer, Kelly McGee, Kelly McGee, Kelly McGee. It is an image or a concept imposed upon a collection of parts. These parts, in this case, is instances of time or instances of you, which happen as imposed upon instances of time. Fine, I'll say that. Got it, Kelly McGee? This is just saying seeds. that's what he's saying. The images are the seeds, right?
Yeah, it's the same as in the other class where we were naming Aldo.
Yeah, what class was that? Course 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little different though, because that's That's mind only, but it's close. Just like mind only is close. But no cigar. Any questions? Nada?
Can I ask?
Yeah.
But it's not related to the class.
Yeah. Class is over. Question.
Oh, okay. So I want to ask, right, like what is the reason, or like what do you think the incidents, like what is the message they want to give to me? So like after like Medicine Buddha, because when I do Medicine Buddha, I do with a group of people. So after that, I noticed there's like insect, the worm. I think it's quite big. To me, it's quite big. Then I'm so scared. So then never mind. Then 2 days later, I go back to my home. I saw another huge insect also. It's on my ceilings. Yeah, and then I think on Thursday, like yesterday, 2 days before, I decided to take 1 day vow as well. And then the flies, I think it's also quite big, flies into my room. Then I'm like, oh my god, what happened? I'm so scared. It's extremely scared. I don't know why. So what I do is I chant a Dharani for the 7 Buddha, something like that, for them, because I really scared. I don't know what to do. So what do you think, like, what is the message they are bringing to me?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like within a month, I see 3. I always open my window, but not every time they fly in, but just like, yeah, like that.
Kelly McGee, why do people experience fear?
Because the simple answer would be you made someone afraid in the past.
And what's the answer you got for your last ACI final?
The different speech non-virtues.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind speech.
Like harsh words, divisive speech, idle talk.
Yep. Yeah, I don't think lying was fear. The other 3 were, right?
I
Yeah.
think kind speech.
Yeah.
Like something will make people afraid of something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the karma according to Lord Buddha. Be kinder when you speak. Not that I've ever experienced you as unkind, but this is what Lord Buddha says. Be bring people together when you talk, and don't say anything that you don't mean. And then you'll be like me. I'll be like, I love bugs. I'm like, oh my god, pretty little fly, my best friend. Not that I'm kind like ever, but that happens to be. All my harsh speech karma hasn't ripened that way. Try that and get back to me, okay?
Okay.
Yay! Good job, Kelly McGee. All right. Because me and Kelly McGee were talking about that, so in class. Any other questions? I mean, it's Friday. Like, we can go all night if you guys want. Where the party at? Something, 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 Bacardi at. I don't know the words. Or I can watch Netflix now. That's fine. I can watch Netflix. Okay. Class is ending. Thank you so much for coming. That's the end of class 3. I hope you're keeping up with the homeworks and the quizzes. If you're not, it's okay, but I encourage you to do it. Trust me, it's easier to do it now with a group, with the times and everything. But if you want to leave it till later, that's okay too. Maybe you don't have time and you have other things to do with your life. I don't, because, either good or bad karma, depending on the day. Okay, and thank you for doing the recording. Who did it today? Alejandra? I don't know who did it. Whoever did it. Whomsoever grabando. I appreciate it. And that's it. So Monday will be class. We'll do class 4. This means I will be done my ACI courses in like 2 weeks and 2 days. Okay. I am extremely excited about that. So, and I try not to get excited about anything. So, yeah, please come along for the ride. We're doing it together. I think Aldo's going to be really close to done too, right, Aldo? After this, you're only going to have like course 16 or something? Yeah, so Aldo's going to be really close. I don't know about other folks, but
I bet Leah will be done. No?
Well, I need to go to class twice in order to finish homeworks and quizzes, so that's why I'm going to 3 Jules and in Guadalajara. So I just want to put that out there, like the whole idea of like teaching classes twice in order for people to actually do the homework. The next time you do this word.
okay, cool. Thank you, Leah. Leah's got good ideas. I don't listen to her all the time because I'm stubborn, but she's got good ideas. Thanks, Leah. Okay, amazing. And so that's it. Keep up and
Dedicating?
oh yeah. Okay, yeah, good. That's a good idea. Based upon what Master Shanti Davis says about what happens to your virtue if you don't dedicate it right away. Right, Kelly? That's what you were thinking?
Exactly.
Who said it in the beginning? Ying Hui?
I think
It's Bertha.
Oh, it was Bertha. Oh, yeah. Bertha, ¿quieres cantar la mandala otra vez? Por favor.
Sashi Puki Yoshe Metotram Rira
Sangue Chindu
Drokunanda Idam Guru Gewa Sunam Jishe Soshing Sunam Jishe Dampa Parcho.
Yay! Oh my God! Thank you so much. Okay, that's it. Hasta lunes. Buen fin. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you, Paola. That was a hard class, but Paola speaks super fast, so she could take
Gracias, Paola.
handle it. Okay, adios. 再见. Bye bye.